So I wanted to talk about Frieren, the new elf anime that's gonna come out, and quite frankly, I love the manga. It's amazing. It's one of the better mangas I've read with in terms of genre, I'd say it's more like realistic fantasy, where they have no overpoweredness of it, but they do have insane lore and fights and stuff. But it's all scaled in a way that doesn't seem too overwhelming. The characters are great. The development of the actual elf in the first few chapters are actually pretty amazing. Where we see the end of the hero's journey, then we see her going on her own journey to further her magic, and we see her come back to her party, and we see her plans after the party. He, final, well, their last real reunion, and we see her grow to become more emotional in those first few chapters, and you'll learn that as you go on through the story that it's not that she doesn't have emotions, she just doesn't express them very much. But that goes for a lot of the characters in the manga. Most of them are just they have blank faces. I hope the anime fixes that. They are quite well written, and I love how the power scaling works because it's kind of, well, kind of good. Not good. How can I put this? It has real development because they have a contrast between the 50 years before when the war had been between the demons and the hero had been started and post-war where real development was made in terms of magic, and we get to see that pretty early on. And we get to meet the party as it grows, where the relationships develop between certain members, and she continues on to try and discover an ancient magic to help her understand her party. I'm not going to spoil why she's trying to understand her party because it's a really good uh, plot point, and it's minor, but it's really important to the development of the story and the reason why. But overall, it seems like they have a lot of time to kill because they get to do all sorts of weird stuff, and it's not just a simple we're going on this journey, we need to hurry, we're saving the world. It's we're going on this journey, let's take our time with it. And I love that. Over time, they gave me to meet the successors, or one successor, and basically the adopted daughter. And eventually, they meet someone who makes them a full party. Uh, but you'll get to that if you read the manga. The anime is not gonna get there. It's pretty well in there. Honestly, I have to read the manga if I'm going to actually be able to figure out where it's gonna end off. But I love the manga, and I hope anybody who watches the anime could have a better experience reading the faces of the characters. Because, quite frankly, they got a lot of blank faces in the manga. Like, these people are desperate, but you can hardly tell from their faces. They go from life threatening events to just cooking dinner between two panels, not even between two pages. And it's rushed. Not rushed in a bad way, mind you. It's rushed in a way that is they get a job, go kill some monsters, they go hunting for it, and they do all that in a few panels rather than just have the dramatic fight because it's not about the fighting. It's about the journey. It's about doing the job that they were given and then developing the world and helping their characters uh, help others. It's really good, and I really hope that other people enjoy it as much as I did. I'm rambling. I'm going on for a long time here. Sorry. The most important part about the manga, in comparison to the anime, is that actually we don't even know if there's going to be much of a difference yet. But I hope the manga takes more time with it because that's the manga. I meant the anime. I hope the anime takes more time with it. I loved how the Finest Assassin worked because the manga was faster than the anime, but the anime took its time and developed everything more. And that's what my favorite part about the anime was. I thought the anime was very good in its story pacing, whereas the manga rushed a lot. It was a 1 month chapter manga, so obviously they had to get as much as they could done in that 1 month or in that one chapter. But I really hope that they take their time with the pacing of Frieren because it is definitely worth exploring more in depth on her journey. There is one part, I don't know if they'll get to it. I'm not sure they'll be able to get to their third party member, but I hope they show um, the true power of Frieren because it is absolutely insane of why she every anime, every shonen, when they have an overpowered character, they hold back. But for Frieren, there is an actual legitimate reason why she doesn't hold back necessarily, but she hides her real power. And the reason behind that is very interesting, and I hope they get to that part. I don't think it's too late in the manga, but it's a story between her master, and the reason why she decided to hunt demons. And it's quite interesting, honestly, because her master wasn't an elf, she was a human, and when Frieren first met her, she was a better mage than Frieren, which is natural. Frieren didn't really interact with many people prior to meeting her master. Honestly, it's really good to watch everything, to read everything about it. And I hope that anyone who watches the anime can feel as much love for the story as I do. If they could just get the faces, like, they're not over everything, but it always cuts to them just standing straight in a with the background and then just explaining, we need your help with this, with like no sense of worry on their faces or anything. Like they have drooped eyes or something, but like they don't do the faces justice, or like they don't do the expressions justice. But I don't know. That could be just how the world is made, how the characters actually interacted. But that's my only. I can't even say it's a real issue, because when you read the manga, you'll see the Frieren also like that. The party members also like that, and most of their expressions are pretty much constant. But it is very fun to try and guess. Like, you really need to read it if you want to be able to guess what's happening. You can tell if someone's worried or not, but just the cuts between journeying a conversation about life-threatening events, you don't really get to feel too much emotion towards those events as the conversations are happening because they don't express them too much. Later on, we'll get to a point. I don't know if this is happening. This definitely won't happen in anime. It's way too in depth because the arc had just ended a few months ago in the manga. But you get to meet the master of Pharaoh's master. She's an elf, and she had actually built up a mage society. And you'll get to meet a lot of characters, and you'll get to pick your favorite character out of those ones. But you won't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about looking for your favorite character that much later. Just watch the anime. If you like it, read the manga. The manga is really good, and I really hope everyone enjoys the anime. I wanted to make this video because I had just recently saw a short on it, and I love it so much. I wanted to tell everyone how much I loved it. So I really hope everyone enjoys the anime. Please read the manga. It's really good. The author had released a year calendar. I don't know if he released it for 2023, but I hope you guys I hope you guys love it. And uh, that's all. Uh, good night, or goodbye, or good afternoon, whatever time you watch this. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the video.